restaurants. I live in London. I used to edit a thing called Restaurant Magazine that started a silly list called the World's 50 Best Restaurants that everybody got very excited about. Through that, a lot of good things happened. I met a lot of the European food journalists, gastronomic journalists that have got a completely different attitude to food than I find people have in the UK. They look at things in a lot more detail, they're a lot more intellectual about it, and I kind of enjoy that, you know, that's fun. So I've come here, this is the first time I've come to Cook It Raw, and I came because Andrea Petrini, Malcolm McLaren of gastronomy, as I like to call him. Usually if he arranges anything, it's usually a lot of fun. He knows a lot of cool people, he knows a lot of cool chefs, it's creative. And also Lapland's a really interesting place. I'd never been here before. You've got perceptions about it. You think Santa Claus, you think snow, you think, you know, you don't really know what to think about it. So it was really interesting to come here. And I also think, well, what's going on at the moment with what they call new Nordic cuisine and all the restaurants that have come out of this region, obviously notably Rani Redzepi and Noma, that it's a really interesting time to come and see what this is about. Rani came here, I think, when he first opened Noma, one of the places he came to look for ingredients. So one of the great things we did the other day was we went out foraging. You're going through this wood, there's this thick mossy carpet, you know, these guys are picking herbs everywhere. There's Magnus, who's got a restaurant in Sweden, and he's obviously a lot more familiar with it, but you know, they're pulling up reeds, they're looking at the roots of the reeds, they're pulled up this tiny little seed that tasted like a hazelnut. 6 or 7 different types of lichen, which the Finnish people think's hilarious because they feed it to the reindeers, or the reindeers eat it, they never eat it. That kind of thing. It's interesting. So, for example, you've got René Redzepi, you've got Claude Bossy, and you've got Magnus. So you got the 2 Scandinavian guys and the French guy based in London. So you know they're kind of riffing off each other, and that idea of spontaneous creativity, I think it's really good, and I think they're learning because there's a nice smattering of Scandinavians that are a bit more familiar with some of the products and the foraging, and then you've got the Italians who are coming from somewhere else completely differently. You got the French guys, so yeah, it's really interesting.